What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 3-Star Draw. I am Down South 77, and this is an adult collector channel where we talk about G.I. Joe, mostly G.I. Joe Classified, and every now and then I will pick up some other stuff I'm interested in. I like to show you guys other stuff that I like besides G.I. Joe, and I'll usually do a video on that and bring you guys along, kind of give you my thoughts on other stuff that I like. It is an adult collector channel because sometimes I kind of go off the rails with stuff. So yeah, if you hadn't figured that out by now, that's prone to happen. I'm trying not to do it quite as much in reviews though, but don't always work out. So I got a figure in yesterday from Hasbro, one that I have been looking forward to since I've been a G.I. Joe Classified collector, and I'm sure most everybody out there has too. They keep giving us different versions of characters, and they're not always exactly the version that we want. They'll give us a little of this and a little of that, especially some of these mainline characters that are always going to get several repaints or costume changes. This one is no exception, but I gotta say, he is finally here. This is the version of Cobra Commander that I've been waiting for. Aside from, you know what the other one is, it's the hooded Cobra Commander. Don't get me started on that. That's a whole nother issue. We're talking about this Cobra Commander today. Although I'm looking forward to battle armor. I bet we get battle armor next year. I bet by the end of next year he's at least announced. What do y'all think? So anyway, this is the one that I've been waiting on. I did not open my Hiss Cobra Commander, the Mickey Mouse, because as soon as we saw that figure, we knew this was coming down the pike, and I had enough other versions of Cobra Commander to stand in for him till we got this one, and then they give us this guy. So I'm good with them delaying this a little bit, but I am glad we finally got him, and then they surprised us and they did the vac metal. So I'm really excited about that. But I know two people personally who have gotten this Cobra Commander that has got some seriously misapplied paint apps. So we're going to take a look at this one and see if it does. Mine doesn't look too serious looking at it in the package. I'm going to have to look a little more closely when I get him out, but it's close enough that I am going to open him. But he is currently sold out at Pulse right now. So a lot of the people that are having issues with the paint on this guy, you know what happens when you call Pulse, when you get a newer figure and there's something wrong with it, is if it's out, like, they're going to offer you that equal value replacement, or you're just going to be stuck with it. I'm afraid there's a lot of people that are going to be sending like retro card Lady J to if you go for that deal right now. I hope not. But I hope you're able to get this replaced if you need to. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one, get him out of his plastic prison here, because I am excited to get this guy in my hands. So let's bust him out.
In good time, you say? No time in prison is good.
That is what I have heard anyway. Went ahead and got him off the card there. Different picture. Have the Mickey Mouse back here, as you can see. So we got a whole different card art. So I like that. They didn't see here. You know, they could have used this picture for both. They didn't. So I like that. It's nice. Whoever's doing the art on these cards, I don't know who it is, but doing a fantastic job. Of course, we've got this right here. Is there anybody out there that's made a collage out of these? I bet somewhere somebody's got a whole collage or a drawer full of these or something. You know, somewhere somebody's got to. I got some various interpretations of the Commander up here. As you can see, I have others, but they will not fit. The space is only about yay big, so there's only so much I can put up here. Did grab some comics and tried to pick some other stuff that does show the battle helmet look for Cobra Commander. He does come with everything that the Mickey Mouse does with the HasLab. I angled that because of the glare, but you can see he's got everything except for the globe, and he comes with the stand. I would have liked to seen the globe with this one, but obviously that's something that they're going to leave out. Just as a, you get the globe with the special fancy his version. So you knew the globe was something that we weren't going to get. So I'm going to leave him over here just so we can do a comparison on the figures. We'll go ahead and grab him out. And I am going to pause it because that makes a lot of noise, and it's not always really easy to get these guys out, is it? Right, got all the stuff out, got him loose. Does come with a stand, of course. Got the Cobra logo embossed in it or engraved in it, whatever. So he does have all of this stuff here except for the globe. It's the same hands. Gun appears to be the same. Backpack appears to be the same. I didn't know if I hadn't paid any attention to see if they like changed a paint deco or something on there. Let's go ahead and look at that up close, why don't we? Because I have not seen one of these up close, not with this itineration of the Commander. The one that comes with Once a Man does look different, I believe. I didn't dig it out. I was going to get my original Real American Hero version of this figure out, but I got ready to start looking for it, and I remembered what kind of condition mine is in, and I'm embarrassed to show you guys the shape that my original Cobra Commander is in, but that does mean that I really did play with that guy a lot. He's in 3 pieces, and every joint is really loose. I do like this dagger that he comes with. It's actually more of a dagger than a blunt object. What's going on with that light there? I'm going to have to plug a light back in. This is going to send me to a seizure. Hang on just a second. All right, sorry about that. I actually unscrew some of my light bulbs to alter the light in here when I'm doing different stuff. I guess I didn't have it screwed back in. That or the poltergeist is back. My house is actually mildly haunted. I'll talk to you guys about that some other time. So the dagger is the same. I really like it. Look, it's one of the better looking knives that we've gotten. So everything else, you've probably seen it all before. Not going to spend a great deal of time on it. Although this is a kind of a shortened version of this pistol. The one that comes with the Supreme and the original Cobra Commander is longer. Not that big of a deal for me, really. Stand up back there, buddy. He's going to fall. Look at that right foot. It's not even touching. So we'll look at all this stuff in a minute. Let's go ahead and crack the Commander open and see. So what I was talking about, I want to talk about straight away is the stripe on top of the helmet, the white stripe here. So something that I could not see in the package or did not see in the package was mine has a little bit of a, I don't know, looks like they skipped that right there. Looks like the paint jumped. There's no gap there. There's no seam where the helmet is in 2 pieces, so there is a seam that runs across it. So that paint did not go all the way over that seam. So this head appears to be in 2 sections. It's really fine here. You can't really tell on the sides. I can get the light to catch it. Barely. I don't know if it's showing up for you guys. Just barely, but man, when it runs across the top where that white is, really, really noticeable. But that is not what I was talking about that I have seen with other people. It is this stripe is off center from the helmet. Like it's off a few millimeters. It'll be over here. And I actually have a buddy who the front of it is curved and about that much of it, like it looks like that. Take away what my finger's covering, like that corner, and it kind of goes up at an angle. And his is pretty sloppy. Mine appears to be pretty straight. Luckily, you won't see this really that much. Not thrilled about it, but I mean, that's a pretty, I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I being too nitpicky with it? That's pretty glaring if it's viewed from certain angles. I'm not going to gripe too much about it, really, but could have been better. So the vac metal is the star of the show. Very, very highly reflective. All of that looks good. Look, you can see me. Hey, there I am. Hey, what's up? Very, very nicely done. You know, this is what I would have wanted out of this figure. So compared to that one, I did not grab the faceplate for Once a Man Cobra Commander. It's in my accessories bag. So it's quite a massive difference, obviously. Makes the figure pop a whole lot more. So look at the paint. Belt is painted differently. Belt's white. Got the red stripe. Of course, there's your difference in your logos with the Mickey Mouse and the corrected, the version that we are all more familiar with. The arms are different. Yep, I didn't realize that on this figure. So he's got gauntlets here, and on this one he has the more like a captain's jacket type jacket on the arms. So it looks like it's just the lower part of the arms. I didn't realize that on this figure. Yeah, I had to double check. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. Somebody tell me, are they the same arms? They don't look like it. Looks like the lower half of the arm is different to me, but without having this one where I can get my hand on it, it's kind of hard to tell. So I think those are the major differences, other than the blue up here. You've got the blue undershirt with the black diamonds, and up here you have silver diamonds. All of the buttons appear to be about the same. So these do seem to be a little duller. So maybe they were experimenting with the chrome on these buttons. I don't think it's just the package. It looks like these are brighter on the Mickey Mouse His Commander. Either way, this is the one that I've got that I'm going to be playing with, so we're going to focus on that one. So if you notice on this guy, I've got issue 1 of the Skybound, or the image rather, Cobra Commander out, and it is this look that they went with. The what was different? Oh, the little pouch. The little pouch is different, but other than that, it's kind of the look that they were going for there with that one. Got the white stripe going to Wichita. So let's check the figure out, see how well he moves, because I know Once a Man was a really good figure straight out of the gate. And for whatever reason, these retro card figures do seem to be much, much better as far as the mobility on the joints coming right out of the package. Almost all of the retro cards seem like they are better. That lower elbow, a little, that one's actually pretty stiff. If we can, yeah, there we go. Glad that worked. I was right on the verge of saying, all right, I'm gonna have to heat him up. So torso ratchet's good, not loose. The white belt is attached here, not a separate piece, so it is on the bottom of the torso. The blue belt loop there. I think this is a pretty fantastic looking figure overall. This is what I wanted out of a Cobra Commander. So you can see the Once a Man is quite a bit lighter blue, and kind of, I guess, a little more cartoon accurate, I suppose, because this suit was pretty blue, pretty light in there. So this is all the same. Of course, he doesn't have the bottom of his suit coat with this band on it. All that's been ripped away. Legs are the same. So I was wondering about that. I hadn't actually watched anything on them put together. And this, of course, on him is a whole separate upper piece. So, man, this guy looks really good out of the package to me. Go ahead and get him to hold his dagger. And he's going to pull on somebody at the last minute when their back's turned. That fits in there really loosely. Let's see. It'll stay in pretty good though. It is kind of loose. I like the idea some of these guys have with the knife that fits into the sheath that is across their chest, like Shockwave. I like the look of that, but I know on the Night Force Shockwave, it tends to fall out when I've got him sitting on the shelf. That knife will just slide out of there, so it's just something to watch out for on some of those figures. We're not going to have that problem with him. Does seem to pose pretty well, which I am always happy about. Got the swivel and the crunch. So see if he loosens up. Not too much, so that's good. He doesn't seem to loosen up. The sheath is going to fall, but we're used to that with these guys. Kind of goes with the territory, I suppose, on these. Got him holding his hair dryer, getting ready to go full Zohan on you. Good looking figure. Pop this in. Fits in there nice. And that goes in, doesn't go in real far. You keep your eye on that, but it's just long enough that it catches when you push it in. So it's not going anywhere, and the gun seems like it's pretty well attached on there. So of course he's going to be able I guess he could probably reach that with his right hand. I was going to say he'd be a lefty, but no, he can get to that with his right hand. Yeah. Bend that other elbow a little bit. Ooh, that one is still a little tight. There we go. Wouldn't that suck if he had to reach back there all sneakily and pull it out and just dropped it? There he is going full Bruce Willis. Nobody knows it's back there. Got some wrapping paper, packaging tape there holding the back of that up, I guess. I don't know, I'm being stupid. All right, let's check out some of his other hands. Cobra Commander. So he's got to have a pointing hand. I usually keep this on most of these Cobra Commanders just because it looks so good and it looks great with this one. So I really think probably for Cobra Commander, most of the time, this is my favorite way to pose him. Just having him in a shelf pose is shaking a fist and pointing at somebody, telling them what they did wrong and why he yelled retreat. So that he's not a whole lot to him, man. He's very aesthetically pleasing to me. Let's try one thing though, just since we got them both here. And now he's gone from Cobra Commander to one of the characters from V. Guys, remember V? How much would you like to have some classified size articulated figures from V? That would be a dream for me. I love that show, man. Me and Pop Blender used to watch that show all the time. I love me some V. But he kind of looks like one of the V characters when you take him out of this context, doesn't he? If I'd have thought about that before I did the review, I would have grabbed that Sora. Put her over here. So there's Cobra Commander shaking his fist, hollering at somebody. Did you guys pick him up? What do you think about this retro card? Do you have enough Cobra Commanders? Personally, I need all of the versions of Cobra Commander. I'm really excited, looking forward to Battle Armor when they do it. I mentioned, and of course, Hooded Cobra Commander, but we all know what's going on with that. So maybe one day we can get him. Anyway, did you guys pick up a retro card Cobra Commander? He really is a good figure and probably the best Cobra Commander that we've gotten in the line so far. I love Supreme Cobra Commander, but he's not ideal for all situations. This is in the throes of battle Cobra Commander. I like him. I recommend picking him up, especially if you've got a bunch of blue shirt troopers. Put him up in front of them, leading the charge at least for a minute or two till they get a couple red lasers fired at them. Let me know down in the comments. This is a good figure. I hope you got one that does not have sloppy paint apps on the helmet. Mine, all I can really see is that part right there. So standing up, you can't really tell. So not too bad. You could probably, if you could find a white that matches this, touch that up with a white paint marker or something. Kind of sucks that you would have to, but if it bothers you that bad, that's one option for you. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of my favorite character. Hit that like, all of that good stuff. Share, subscribe if you hadn't already. And I will check you guys out next time when we get one of these. We should have some other stuff coming in pretty soon, I do think. Should be getting Night Force Falcon and Quarrel, and I'm expecting Road Big and Raptor just anytime. So I'll see you when I see them on a 3-star draw.